say thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Fucks us up. Man, I would have been earlier today, y'all, but goddamn, I don't know, man. It's just technical difficulties, man. I think this that Mercury retrograde shit going on, man. And y'all know if it's Mercury retrograde, it might be that shit. I think that shit's fucking with a lot of motherfuckers' cash. I think it's fucking with a lot of people trying to get their cash up, man. I believe in that shit, man. Believe that shit. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping and all of that. Let me run to the chat. Today we talking about somebody blocking me on Twitter because I'm asking Maryland's opinion. Baltimore, Maryland, and anywhere around Maryland. Shit. Their opinion of their representative, Elijah Cummings. Right? Just an opinion about the individual. Let me see what's up. Yo, what up? Underscore. I see you. Let me see if this looks right in the chat. There we go. It do look right. I fucks with it. Cause I see this question, who this individual spoke for and who he moved for and what his handiworks look like in real life when he was in this physical realm. I see that as an important thing for us to really kind of hold people to, you know what I mean? Want to hold people to what they do, man, like life or death. Kind of hold people to what they do. I think that should be a code, man. And we've seen the reactions, you know what I mean? Like, the reactions have been pretty mixed. I know, like, on day one after it happened, I posted my sentiment about the happenstance, maybe a few hours after it happened, or after the news got the blip or whatever, I guess. And the reactions were kind of mixed, you know what I mean? We got the NAACP, they came out talking about him in his passing. You had Sherilyn Eiffel come out. She's over the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. But I want to say props to Foundational Black America. That's what I want to get at. We've been on code about this, largely, in my opinion. Just because somebody died, that don't mean you must have kind words to say about them. That shit don't make no sense. You know, so anybody that's got anything to say, or anybody that wants to censor this material for me saying that, it don't make no fucking sense to try to push that. You know what I mean? Like, somebody was a fucking child molester or some shit, and they in your family or some shit. Just because they your family or they die, you supposed to automatically say good things about them, right? Think about this shit. Somebody killed your motherfucking grandmama, and they in your family or some shit, and they die. You supposed to automatically have good things to say about them just because they're somebody who died? Like, motherfucker, no. No, motherfucker, like, that's not how shit go. The white supremacists, they don't think like that. We talking about collective thought and group think. As a group, white supremacist society and this white supremacist regime that we're dealing with, they don't think like that. I wasn't alive in this physical form here when the brother Malcolm X was killed or when the brother MLK was killed. But if anybody was alive that's in my chat that was alive during that time, I would want to know what was the immediate reaction of white supremacist society. I bet they both was all kind of Negro agitators, all kind of shit. I bet it was some hate. You understand? I bet it was some hate from them, even in death. You understand? When it comes to people that they have chosen to be at odds with, right? And that's kind of the vibe we started creating in social media, I think. I want to say with ADOS. Like, man, nah, man, we don't care that whoever died. I'm just going to put it on Cummings, but this is about Cummings. But we don't care whoever died, man. if you ignore our agenda in life, if you want to diminish us and underplay us, when you die, so the fuck what? You know what I mean? Like, that's the code. That's the code. And that's important because if we don't keep a constant narrative of dissension about certain people, you know what I mean? Certain people that's out here devaluing our efforts, and underplaying us just because they died. Motherfucker, we look like some living frauds. You know what I'm saying? And people will treat us who are living with disrespect because of this shit. Right? We gotta be consistent with our distaste for the handiwork that people lay down in this life in front of us. And we watching them in this world do this type of shit. I mean, don't ever gain a taste for the fuckery somebody lay down, even when they die. You get me? So y'all know my channel is, you know, my saying has been for quite some time in my life. This is a saying that I've used and created and used for quite a long time in my life. Is fuck your life and fuck your death. I don't feel one direction or another about either, depending on who you are. Right? That's the code we kicking on my channel, right? So, I want to go to a certain tweet that I got a couple of days ago. Somebody pretty talking shit. Yo, what up, Unsunken One? What up, bro? Oh yeah. You already know. I was about to say, yo, if you a mod, yo, you see a link, post a link. I got some I want to throw up, but I thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Dr. Lily says I was a baby, so I had no awareness of him. I guess you might be talking about Malcolm X. If we don't, we look clowns. Whatever. I'm trying to find context to it. Can I see this? I can't see the time up here, but anyway, shout out to Dr. Lily. Thanks for showing up, Dr. Lily. Glad seeing you, Miss Lady. And was that Karen? Was that Karen in the chat? I can't see it on this screen, but I think that was Karen Gibson. Shout out to you too, Karen. Appreciate you showing up. But I want to pull up this tweet, y'all, because this, you know, we got to understand and just be thorough with what we do, man. Like, we can't leave no room for motherfuckers thinking we weak or dumb at any point in time. Okay? Let me get to the screen. I want y'all to check this out. So, once I got the tweet or whatever about, you know, what happened with the guy, I put up my sentiment. Okay? Here you go. I say the Congressional Black Caucus lost Elijah Cummings today. Yep. As the NAACP and CBC speak up on him, I'm interested in what my Maryland ADOS think. He wants HR 40 for us. Just to remind people, he wants HR 40 for us, but sponsored the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund, honoring those monetary claims up until October 2090. Just saying. You understand? I'm making a point. They renewed those 9/11 victim funds. They be renewing them and keep re-signing them, and it's all love with that shit. It's all love from him. All love. And I'm trying to get an ADOS Maryland opinion on the dude, right? And keep in mind, this is the same dude who was handpicked by the Democrats. Handpicked by the Democrats. So that's to tell you a little something. They handpicked him to be the overseer of this oversight committee. He's the chairman of this oversight committee. This is basically a group of people in government that got the authority to investigate anything. Like anything they want to investigate inside or outside of the federal government. They can investigate anything they want. And what did he choose to investigate? He chose child separation at the border. He chose HR 40. All right. This man told the Democratic no black agenda line. So where am I wrong in wanting our people to probe his handiwork? I don't think I'm wrong in wanting our people to probe what he do and what he did and the after effects of what he did. This is something that I don't think should be missed on us as a group. Period. So anyway, this chick responds to me, right? Let me get to her sentiments. And she blocked me because, hell, ADOS Maryland showed up and had shit to say about her bullshit. Let me see if I can get to it. Activity. You know what? I think I already pulled the clip out. Let me see if I pulled the clip out for y'all. Sure did. There it is. And her response to what I tweeted. There go her name and information there. Y'all probably know her. I don't know. This is the kind of post that is vile, unnecessary, and in my opinion, counterproductive. How can you expect to be respected and considered by others when you obscenely eat your own? If ADOS is lineage, then respect our differences and work respectfully to gain the consensus needed. So, you can imagine how that went over with the people who follow me on Twitter. And everybody, follow me on Twitter at PDGAF on Twitter. P still don't give a fuck, or P still do give a fuck, depending on what the fuck we're talking about. So you can imagine how people had shit to say about her response to what I'm saying, right? Just saying. Alright. Maryland showed up. ADOS Maryland showed up like, nah, fuck all that. Because she's just doing crazy talk. But before everybody showed up, I responded. Because you got to show up for yourself, then motherfuckers will respond. My response was, oh, stop. Being politically inert within foundational black America is not a difference we will accept. Because she's talking about we should respect other differences. No. Let's talk about the differences. Him or anybody being politically inert and politically ineffectual within foundational black America is not some shit we're just going to say, oh, that's just a difference. We can accept that. No, motherfucker, we're not. Especially if you're in a political position, you're in a position to impact change. Fuck that. Right? And I further say, as his work negated our consensus time after time, she's talking about we should just try to just hold out and we should have a consensus and then we should, you're talking motherfucking crazy talk. Sambo at Babel. We should have I said, yo, look, as his work negated our consensus time after time, critique will be posed. People will say shit about you, motherfucker. If we watching you straight up time after time negate what the fuck we talking about, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna have something to say about this shit, right? And I went on, she was talking about we should be respectful. I said, look, we don't blindly respect people just because they're ADOS. Because she tried to throw ADOS under the bus, try to throw us under the bus like we all some open heart, loving hearted. Nah, fuck yeah, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Is the vibe we kicking on my channel. You understand? Fuck everybody. Everybody. I don't care about nobody unless they ADOS and got this black agenda at heart. Period. And I got some t-shirts that's going to be speaking to that for all my ADOS people that, that's out here. Yo, if you're a black man and you love ADOS women, I got something for you. If you're a black woman and you only fuck with ADOS men, yo, I got something for you. It's coming up. Yo, check that out. Shit coming up. But further on, I was like, look, we don't just blindly respect people just because they're ADOS. We bet motherfuckers, right? But I said, yo, that's how the weak have come to represent us to continue. I was like, yo, that's how the weak have come to represent us where they shouldn't. Period. That's how we end up getting motherfuckers that's limp-wristed, sweaty palm, soft-handed. Motherfuckers that ain't been putting in no work, no calluses, no work. That's how we get those type of people in positions. And then we sitting up marching and praying and hugging enemies. Type of shit going on, right? Fuck all that. We wiping that shit clean. We doing a great job of wiping all that shit clean. ADOS, I must say, I congratulate us for our steadfast, hard-nosed, get out of my face if you ain't talking about what we need to be hearing type of behavior that we kicking. I love it. I love that shit. That shit energizes me. You know what I mean? But that was my first response to it. And then I was like, and look, we're talking about somebody who has passed on or whatever. Like, I'm really one to let it be known, man, that just because somebody passed on or whatever, understand that whatever they do as positive or negative in their life is what people are going to attribute to them, right? Positive or negative, right? So I put up another tweet, like, right after that, like, and look, what this man did, positive or negative, that's on him. That's all on him. So the critique that come after that, deal with that shit. You, as a supporter, or you trying to fan down what I have to say about him, or what people have to say about him, because I'm going to get into what people have to say about what we were having as a dialogue. You having slick defense for him that's not the real world. The real world is you will be observed. You will be judged. People will be like, oh, you motherfucker, you did this, and you did that, and you did this, and they're going to weigh that shit, right? That's what the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Libra told me that shit. Libra told me that a long while back, right? Right? This is real. Okay? So, peep that, right? And then I retweeted the tweet, and I'm glad I retweeted her response to show the dumbery of it, the stupidness of it, because damn, she blocked me, so I couldn't, like, I like for a continuity in my timeline. When they see a little gap tweet unavailable, it's like, man, I want to see the fucking tweet, motherfucker. So anyway, you know what I mean? In referencing her comments, she's talking about, we don't get, we're not, well, let me go back to what she said. I want to have her words right. Oh yeah, how do you expect to be respected and considered when you obscenely eat your own? That sounds like some black folk, we our own worst enemy ass talk to me. You understand? That sounds like that type of crap. Right? That's what that sounds like. Black folk, y'all do it to y'all self. If y'all didn't do A, B, or C to y'all self, then A, B, or C wouldn't happen to y'all or be invited upon y'all from everybody else. That Nah. I always kick that shit down. So my reply to that, and y'all have heard me do that before, but my reply or my retweet of her asininery was like, look, just honing in on that aspect. How can you expect to be respected when you eat your own? Like, motherfucker, he didn't want to fuck with us. He decided that we weren't the people he really wanted to ride with and ride hard for. And we got an example after example of that. He showed his allegiances at pivotal times that made us say, okay, this the code he following. But I responded to her. I was like, look, I did the retweet. I was like, look, we know people blame the gratuitous violation and inconsideration of ADOS by outsiders on the ADOS victims they affect, outsiders and people like Elijah Cummings. They usually try to blame that gratuitous violating of us on us. But to see black people throw that train of thought into our face while trying to defend Elijah Cummings, that's how I worded it, who has influenced our collective disempowerment, and in Maryland, that's not bullshit, it's oxymoronic. And it's coonery. I didn't put coonery on the end, but I did point out that there's an oxymoron. Motherfucker sitting up acting like we should be critical of only certain people. Like, no, motherfucker, that's not how you live. That's not how you survive, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to fan down a motherfucker who's been not really doing well by black people. When it comes to just, it's like, what have you done for us lately? Motherfucker, this ain't the civil rights era. We doing real shit. We doing different shit now. Where is your engagement with it? Is that kind of conversation happening, right? So, as I say, this was an open request the people from Maryland to respond, right? To my point, right? Yo, some sister got in the chat, in the comment timeline, she went off. She was like, man, yeah, you know, damn, they got shit in the goddamn sinks in the fucking schools. It's just the way I am remembering what she was saying. It's not her exact words. She's like, yo, they got shit in the damn sinks at the damn school. She's talking about she volunteered at a homeless shelter out there and they only got one hot meal fucking day. One hot meal. You know what I mean? Right? Now, y'all remember, or if I can catch up to speed on it, Maryland got a bunch of money in federal aid just last year, like a big chunk of federal money. And $9 billion of that went to Cummings district, his 7th district or whatever. So they got grants, they got contracts, they got all kind of direct payments to all kind of shit. All kind of shit. For like healthcare, fucking homelessness, housing services, all kind of public work shit. They got all kind of money to split up and divvy up. And they got a city grant. They got like a big city grant type shit. They got all this money shipped out to his district, right? Motherfucker. They don't know what the fuck is up with this money. Y'all heard about the audit. They had to audit the fucking city. Like, man, what the fuck is up, man? They audited it. I guess they probably do them routinely. And the auditors was like, man, we see mismanagement around this shit. We see some mismanagement happening of this money. What the fuck is going on with this money? Okay? And the sister in the comments on my Twitter, she confirmed this shit. Like, motherfucker, how's y'all getting all this money for homelessness and motherfuckers getting one meal a day? Come on, man. Just put that shit together. That shit is that's what's happening on the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit together. So come on, man. We know his shortcomings with us. We a community that can't afford to ignore being ignored or short came or diminished by political figures. And that's just what's up. We got certain gaps in productivity that we got to fill as a collective, as a group. People talking about, oh, he's just civil rights guy, civil rights, he's about civil rights. And I've explained, yo, civil rights is a dead fucking issue now. It's dead now. We got a gap that we got to fill economically. We in an economic rights movement right now with ADOS. This is about economic rights. We fighting for that economic movement. And I say, damn it, a punishment movement. A punishment of race soldiers movement. Where's our punishment rights? God damn it. Every other group got right to punish a police officer. Yo, we gonna have to start cashing in on that shit too. What the fuck? Right? We in a different kind of movement. We not in his heyday where marching and spilling blood in Selma was the way. Motherfucker. How do we look at a motherfucker when they marching over some shit now? We look at a motherfucker marching like, this motherfucker ain't doing shit. That's how we look at it. Like, motherfucker ain't doing shit. You ain't moving shit. You holding a sign and singing, nigga. What the fuck? Anybody can hold a sign and sing, nigga. A baby can hold a sign and sing. They usually had little babies out there too holding signs and singing. What the fuck, man? Anything that a baby can do in a war, I don't need to be attributed with that. Let the babies go do that on their own time. I need to be doing the shit that the G's doing. Don't put me over there with no children. I'm over here with the G's. I'm doing what the dirt work motherfuckers be doing. Put me over here. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But not over there with them. I mean, it makes sense to me, right? I think back to our brother Freddie Gray, man. And that coon-ass police commissioner out there, man. Think about this type of shit. Think about just the work of Elijah Cummings, man, and how he's not worked to fill the very specific gaps that I've been talking about. The economic gap that we dealing with, his district dealing with, HR 40 and it playing games, punishment gap, motherfucker. They had that coon ass commissioner out there. I don't know if he's still a commissioner. Bats. Remember out? He was basically giving leverage to the police for them to be unjust in the case of Freddie Gray, our brother Freddie Gray. He was assassinated by the motherfucking police out there. That's what happened, motherfucker. Fucker don't get medical attention while being roughhoused by the police. They lied, talk about they made 3 stops on the way to the hospital. They made 5 stops. They lying. They making extra stops, doing extra shit. They didn't give him no medical attention. He needed an inhaler. A spinal injury was how he died. Like, motherfucker, y'all are doing dirt, right? This punk ass police commissioner, he came out talking about, oh, well, you know, well, I don't think they did nothing wrong. Trying to angelify the police off top. Shit that I talk about. We talk about how the police and these different news outlets, these different media outlets, your local news, where you at type of shit on the TV, how they'll try to come out in front of the trial for a police officer who killed somebody black to try to angelify them, the type of shit he was helping get out in front of the case with a angelifying narrative for the police, making an environment where the officer can be absolved, basically, helping create fodder in the media environment where the officer can be absolved by sitting up talking about, oh, these officers, they weren't out of control. He was talking all that shit. Elijah Cummings didn't bat that down. He didn't bat it down. He sat it down with that nigga. Y'all remember that shit? He sat down with him and, what's the chick who was the mayor at the time? What's her name? Bates? Stephanie Bates. It's like some hyphenated name. I remember it was Stephanie Bates, but some kind of hyphenated something. She sat it down with his ass. They all got together, all had a powwow. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all sitting up, blubbing up, when y'all really should have it on your mind to press for certain things when these incidents happen to us, when things like this happen to us. It should have been a punishment gradient being talked about, not no absolving the police kind of talk being kicked up around and shit, right? What was he saying when he sat down with the cop? Motherfucker was like, Cummings. What did Cummings say? The motherfucker was like, oh, well, you know, the cops, they don't always know what to do when they arrest somebody. They don't know when to arrest somebody or when to put the cuffs on people. That's what the police told me. Yeah, that's what he said. He said the police told him that they don't always know when they can arrest somebody or what they can do during a stop. And he's sitting up believing the crap and trying to sell it to everybody in the world that, yeah, well, the police say they don't know what to do when they at a stop. They don't really know. Giving them leverage to absolve all the officers. And of course, as you know, they ended up absolving all the officers. That type of shit, right? So I'm just looking at it, man. We got to look at this man for what he is, and we're not going to be the ones that's going to be half-heartedly speaking up on it, man. We're just not going to do it, period. I don't think that these motherfuckers respect their authority. You know what I mean? Whether they living or dead, I just see something about a lot of these political figures. They don't respect their authority, man. Like, authority is something to be nurtured. You're supposed to really take that shit seriously, man. So, all that dizzy civil rights ass talk, we don't need that shit. We didn't need that shit with Freddie Gray. We haven't been needing his dizzy ass civil rights talk for quite a long time, right? We've been needing people to be talking about economic rights and punishment rights. Where that conversation at, right? We've been needing that for a long time. Cummings and the family of Cummings, right? Just saying. Put that shit together. And the Rawlings chick, back to her, I want to bring this shit up. You know, they did a probe into the police out there after Freddie Gray was assassinated. Talking about, now we see the police have been violating civil rights. We now see, after they, researched it and had to research it for a year, now the police, they've been violating civil rights. Oh, it's bad. Alright, it took y'all motherfuckers months to figure out that. Years. Shit, they started the probe not too long after the brother's assassination. It took them motherfuckers a long time to figure this shit out. Oh, it's some civil rights. Yeah, but where's the punishment? Where do we get to win, right? Right? They came out with that shit. Then like a month after she finally admitted to, the police ain't shit. But after they had already been absolved or whatever, she jumped down Mosby's throat, Marilyn Mosby, Sitting up talking about, oh, I don't like how Marilyn Mosby be talking about the police. They got into it was on the phone, like, kind of getting into it, like on the phone talking about it. They never released the tapes or nothing like that, but this is what they say. Like, they was on the phone sitting up arguing about the shit. And then she came out talking about, oh, I don't like how Marilyn Mosby be talking about the police type shit. Like, what? So this is who is within the ranks and in and around your state and handling justice type shit for black people, handling the situation and just life, experiential life for black people in your district. Elijah Cummings. So I'm sitting up looking at it like, man, that don't make no sense. Got all kind of coons, motherfucker. I guess it kind of speaks to my point. You know what I mean? Somebody like Marilyn Mosby, motherfucker, we'd be proud to say what we gonna say about her if something happened to her. But I ain't trying to put that on her. But I'm just saying, like, motherfucker, like, it's a different type of person, man. It's a different individual from a Cummings and a Marilyn Mosby. Motherfuckers that's making moves versus motherfuckers that ain't. So for this motherfucker that blocked me on Twitter talking about we should be giving props to a motherfucker just because they died, like, stop it. Stop it. Just because he ADOS, no, stop it. Just because he black, no, stop it. Stop it. Y'all heard about Marilyn Mosby maybe like a week or so back. Talking about she trying to overturn like 790 something cases of police doing dirt. Planting evidence, destroying evidence, false arrest, all this type of shit. False imprisonment, all this type of shit, right? She trying to overturn that shit. This is some G shit, you know what I mean? Straight the fuck up. Marilyn Mosby doing G shit. You know what I mean? So there's no logic behind giving a motherfucker snaps when they ain't pulling the weight like that. I don't appreciate that shit. For people to expect that of us, I don't appreciate that. I see a problem with that. You understand? Oh, let me get to Marilyn Mosby. Oh, let me. For this lady, I want to say this real quick. Just, not to not to get on no Mandingo fighting shit with our sisters. I don't want to, I don't want to do that. But I want to say this, man. See, look. Here goes Rollins. There go Rollins right there. Rollins, she looked like a skinny Cheryl Underwood. Like a skinny Cheryl Underwood type character, man, right? Then we got Marilyn Mosby. See, I put the respectful part. I put the photo over her and her family. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know what I mean? I think it might be a little bit of hate. I think she might have some hate in her heart for this shit. Like, motherfucker, like, you don't like a motherfucker that's putting in work? You that invested in the people who are against yours because what? They about probably the same age and shit. We're probably about the same age, and there could be some of that jealousy type shit. We the same age. I don't got no life like you, girl. I'm mad type shit. I'm mad. Who knows? Who knows? It's only room for one type of Negro woman around this motherfucker. It could be that kind of mentality. I don't know. But how would you down somebody who doing work and then get mad? That all goes back to the logic that I started this with. Like, what is the sense in downing a motherfucker who do work, but then the people who don't do work, they just supposed to get accolades? Let me get to this, man. How people that don't do the hard work supposed to get accolades, man? What world is that? Where do we see that? That don't make sense. It don't make no reason and no logic. It don't meet no logic. I'm just saying, man. So, it can't be said that I didn't say what I wanted to say about this man's behavior, his life, or whatever. Joe Mayhew say no sympathy for gatekeepers. Shout out on the 499 dono. Joy Mayhew, appreciate it. No sympathy for gatekeepers, right? I know Professor Black Troop did a post on this. I think Jason Black did a post on this. I haven't watched them. I like to keep my thoughts unclouded. But I'm sure they probably kicking some of the same. Like, man, get out of our face, man. Get out of our face in life and in death. If I'm told you to get out of my face in life, then damn it, just because you died don't mean I don't want you to get out of my face. Get your essence out of my face. I mean, if you say fuck me in life, then you probably saying fuck me in death anyway. Your family probably saying fuck me in life as they have survived you, people who have survived you. They say that Elijah Cummings, that his wife may be running for his seat as a representative. She may be running, right? So we know what that's going to bring if she do run. She haven't confirmed it. They still got about 10 more days or some shit to decide, to where she can make her public announcement of it or something like that. But as he's transformed or whatever, she might be coming right in, right behind him with the same bullshit. I need Maryland to really expect certain shit coming up out of this family, man. Like, don't miss this, man, because you saw what he did. And if his wife come up behind him, she in the bed with him every day. She in his ear every day. Come on, man. Like, she's coming in the same spirit as her man. Don't even doubt that. Not even for 1 second. You understand? Karen Gibson said, yes, Marilyn Mosby is doing her thing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a fucking rider for real, man. She ain't playing. She don't care that white supremacists up and talk shit and say shit and have her in the news talking shit. She's still making moves. I like that shit. Like, motherfucker, whatever y'all doing. I don't care who don't like me. I got a group of people that I got to speak for and represent for, because I want to be able to walk the block and be like, yeah, you tried that shit. You pulled that shit on their motherfucking ass. Yeah, even though they were sitting up hating, you did it. Fuck them. Yeah. Yeah, we about this shit. You understand? She is a G, for real. She a G. Cummings' wife, she could learn a lot from watching Mosby. If she got the heart to try to run and try to take over his spot. But it'll definitely be more coonery coming down the pipes if she got some, at least from all current indications, damn. I mean, it's probably going to be some coonery coming down the pipe. I don't want to curse the city with that. I don't want to curse the district with that. But I'm just, I look at the proclivity and leanings of things and see how things move with certain people. Then I'll be like, okay, yeah, so they have the propensity to do shit like that. If they haven't overcome the evilness of doing shit like that, they'll probably do some shit like that, right? Is how I think, right? But yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Few faces in the chat. What up, August Dreams? Let me just go through a few comments. August Dreams say civil rights for who? LGBT, white feminists, climate change, DACA, illegal immigrants, save the whales. Yeah, yo. Yo, Unsunken One says, they ain't never been civil, just cut the check. Really? It's a money thing. That shit right. Yeah. Elijah Cummings is a Sambo, says Karen Gibson. Yo, Fly C just giving a shout out saying hi. Okay. What up, Fly C? A couple new faces here. What up, DJ Moss? What up to y'all? What up, Cool Stat? Dr. Lily kicked some knowledge. She say Mosby and AKA and Tammy the Mammy was a Delta. I'm just saying. Hey. That's a very good point. You point that out. You point that out. You know, if you look at it, you know, we always talk about anybody that's a part of the Divine Nine and the Greek letter organizations, or a part of the Boule or any of their affiliate organizations like motherfucking the Links and whatever, any kind of these Prince All Masons, all this type of behavior. We say they be basically straddling loyalties in a lot of cases. So, hey, that's the point you bring up, Dr. Lele. You know, we don't know what side of the dirt these people are going to fall on, but they have a long track record of falling on the side of fuck foundational black America. Treat us like crap type shit, right? So, you know, I look at her Mosby like, okay, she's risking it. She's risking a lot. She's risking being, they might just cut her out the organization. What? How dare you try to help foundational black American anyway? Motherfucker, we finna denounce you. What do they call it? What do they call it when they take their letters from them? We finna take your letters. You know what I mean? That's how they moving. They on that type of shit. Ain't nobody call. We don't know. We don't know what's been happening. We don't know if she even a part of that shit. They probably done gave her that phone call like, yeah, Mosby, you know, you supposed to only be helping white men. What's all this helping black men, women, and children shit? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, fuck it. Fuck it, y'all done gave me the call. You happy? You gave me the call. You tapped my phone. You happy? You bitch. You tapped my phone. You fucks. But I still gotta ride. I still gotta sleep at night. I still gotta walk the block. Fuck y'all, you know what I mean? Who knows how she who knows how she's maneuvering in that world, Dr. Lele. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know. I don't know. All I know is what I see. You know what I mean? And we make our judgments from the hand that she put down on the block, right? But I'm gonna get at y'all.